I'm Virginia Elaine Quintana Ortiz, and I grew up in Peña Blanca, New Mexico, but I was actually born in Springfield, Massachusetts. My mom, talk about being strong-willed, told my grandparents that she was going to visit her sister in Massachusetts, and she did eventually, but she stopped in Louisiana and married my dad. By the time my dad went overseas, she was already pregnant, so she went to live with her sister in Massachusetts, stayed there till I was born. Then I guess she figured with a baby they wouldn't kill her when she when she came back. When my dad came home from the military, the first thing my grandfather did was march my mom and dad to the church to get married. My dad didn't come home back until 1947 because the Americans lost his paperwork. And so, because he spoke French and he had that French accent, they thought he was a spy. And in the meantime, my mom and my grandparents, they wrote letters to the senators, to the president, to everybody all the politicians they could think of to try to find out what happened to him because there was no communication. But finally, they found his paperwork, and so then they shipped him back. When my dad first died, it took a while for Social Security and veterans assistance to kick in. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but she managed. And in fact, when I got married, she bought a bedroom set for me. She was very dedicated to her family. Yeah, my mother did as many home remedies as she could. I remember I told the dentist that my mother would put an aspirin in my mouth right close to where the molar was that was hurting. And he said, "Oh my gosh," he said, "you should never do that because an aspirin will eat up your gums." Didn't do that to me. I remember when I had earaches, she would warm up a clove of garlic on the stove and then wrap it in a cotton ball and put it in my ear, and that would help. She also used warm olive oil and a heating pad. I remember that because I had a lot of earaches when I was a child. I was about 15 years old. My family could not afford going to the dentist, but I had a bad toothache. And so the parish priest, Father Lambert, he took me to the dentist. I had to have the molar pulled, but that took care of the problem. Yeah, the closest doctor was here in Bernalillo. It was Dr. Butler. I don't know what his first name was, but Dr. Butler. A funny thing is, we would come to him for whatever, whether it was a nosebleed or an earache or whatever, but we always got a penicillin shot, no matter what the ailment. That's what the answer was.